Hi everyone, it's Bev here. Consider me your mental health coach. I'm running a series of videos providing tips, tools, techniques and advice helping you to stay mentally strong in these unprecedented times. It is super important for you to stay on top of your stress levels. Too much stress and you may become overwhelmed and experience burnout. Too little stress and you may become underwhelmed and experience bored out. And each of these extremes may have a detrimental effect on your body. So it's really important to keep a balance. You see, stress is the gateway to such mental issues such as anxiety and depression. It is well documented that stress is linked to certain illnesses such as hypertension, thyroid issues, heart disease, and gut issues, ulcers, irritable bowel syndrome, and colitis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about what stress is. I'm going to share with you how stress shows up in the body. And then I'm going to finish up with 10 ways that you can combat stress and keep your stress in balance. So, to begin, what is stress? What do you think it is? Some people say it's tension or feelings of being out of control or just the pressure of life. Well, it is all of those things and none of those things. Stress actually is any change, any disruption, and an event. But it's not the disruption, the change, or the event that is stressful in itself. It is your perception to the event, the change, and the disruption. And on top of that, it is your ability to cope. So how resilient you are to the stresses of life. When we see danger, a snake, a lion, a virus, our body causes stress in our system. It releases cortisol and adrenaline so that we can fight, flight, or freeze. So you can see that stress in of itself is a good thing. It's linked to our survival mechanism. However, when stress is prolonged in the body, then it starts to have a detrimental effect on us. So how does stress show up in the body? Well, it could be physical or behavioral or indeed emotional. So let me just go through some of the physical symptoms that you might see for yourself so that you know when to step back and take control. Some people say that they are eating everything in sight. So stress causes us to have certain food cravings, and that's usually for the food that will give us a sugar kick and then bring us down with a bang. So watch it if you are feeling that you are going to the kitchen, the fridge more often than you would do in the past. Stress causes us to get heartburn maybe. We might feel heart palpitations. We might get sweaty for no apparent reason. Headaches, nail biting, nausea, breathlessness. We might even start to get addiction to alcohol or certain drugs. So be mindful of that. Stress can impact us behaviorally as well. You might find yourself being irritated by small things. Indeed, if we are in lockdown and we're in close proximity to people, they might just get on our nerves. We lose our sense of humor. We might feel impatient. Be aware that there's nothing wrong with you. It's just stress manifesting itself in your body. You might have a dread of the future. you might just feel that you're unable to cope, or what is the point of coping? What is the point of doing anything? And emotionally, stress will impact you, that you will feel tearful or distressed at point, or anxious and depression. Just know that these are all factors of stress. So what to do about it? I'm now going to talk to you about the 10 ways that will help you to keep your stress levels at an even keel. Now, the reason why I've chosen these 10 ways is because of what they do for you when you do them. Now, if you know, as I've said, that stress will produce cortisol and adrenaline, which are the two main culprits that you have to deal with, well, the 10 ways that I'm going to talk to you about will produce the feel-good hormones in your body, which will dilute or counterbalance the negative impact of stress. Now, the feel-good hormones are dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So that's what you want, that feel-good hormones, which will make you feel like you can cope. So number one, what is number one? Get a routine. So think about your day and divide your day up between breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Put in there your exercise, if you are able to go outside. Then add in there your times when you contact with your friends and family. Put in there some time when you have some downtime, when you're going to binge on Netflix. However, the routine is crucial. Having a schedule is crucial because it gives you something to hang your hat on, and it's very crucial to your mental health. Now, it is really important to think about what you're going to do the next day. So before you go to sleep, think about, what am I going to do? What are you going to do the very next day? So that you don't loll about in bed thinking, oh, what's the day going to bring? You hit the ground running, so to speak, and you know exactly what you're going to do. And this gives you a sense of achievement, and this will release dopamine. And that's brilliant. So number two is exercise. We as human beings are born to move. Let's think about it. All the things that we do is about movement, going to an event. Maybe we used to go to work, or indeed some people are still going to work. We are doing stuff all the time. And it is really important for you, if you're allowed, if you're able to get out, to take advantage. Now, 2019 BC, before Corona, I would say that the best exercise to combat stress would be swimming. But we can't swim now. So you're going to do the next best thing, which is walking. Walk as far as you can in the time scales that you have and with the fitness that you have, and push yourself. So what is important is for you to get that heart rate up, because that's going to push the blood around your system. It's also going to create strong white blood cells, which is what you need. So get as much exercise as you can. If you can't go out, then put on some music and move around. Get your dance moves on. So that's number two. Number three, sleep. Now, if you get exercise and you have a routine, chances are that you're going to be able to sleep better in the night. It is said that we adults, we need about 7 to 8 hours sleep a night. It's no good staring into space in the small hours of the morning. You need sleep. Why do you need sleep? Because sleep makes sense of the day, so our brain is processing what's going on and trying to make sense of it and coming up with solutions. And our sleep is really important for us to heal. So make sure that your sleeping patterns are on point. And I will be doing a video at some point about how you can get good, refreshing sleep. So that's number 3. Number 4, you need to sort out your diet. Yes, you might want to go for the chocolate and the cake and everything, but everything in balance. So use the 80-20 rule. So you're going to eat well for 80% of the time, and then for 20% of the time you can eat whatever your heart's desire. So what is eating well? Eating well, simply put, is eating anything with bright colors. So broccoli, spinach, tomatoes, apples, that sort of thing. Bright colors on this side and beige colors on that side. Beige colors being chips, crisps, chocolate, cake. These are all beige colors. So if you eat well 80% of the time, you can indulge yourself. But the point of eating well, eating good food, is that your body is the processor. Your body will take from the good food what it needs. But if you're eating processed food, then what are you to do? What is your body supposed to do with that food? It's junk. So number 4 is make sure that you have a well-balanced diet. Number 5 is your attitude, or should I say your mindset. Well, you know, is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? Neither. The glass is somewhere in the middle, and it's about taking a reality check. So don't allow yourself to go into the worst case scenario. We don't know how or what's going to happen. Don't allow yourself to worry or get into negative thoughts or to listen to other people's worry or concerns. If you want to worry, then this is what you do. Put in your schedule that between 10:30 and 11 o'clock, I am going to worry. I am going to think about the worst possible things. And for half an hour, you can have a worry fest and say to yourself, now, in this half an hour, I'm going to worry. I'm going to worry. I'm going to worry about what's going on in the other half of the world. I'm going to worry about what's going on with things that I have no control over. Just worry and see what happens. Because when you tell your brain to worry, chances are that it's not going to worry. If you think about worry and say, I'm not going to worry, I'm going to put it into my worry half hour and see what happens there. That's number 5. Closely linked to worrying is control. That's number 6. Now, it is really important to take back control of the things that you can control. The things that you can control, do it. So what can I do? Well, I can get up, I can take a shower, I can get online, I can read a book. These are the things that you can control. I can go and get some food, perhaps, if that's on your list. But what are the things that I can't control? Now, if you have a list of things that you can't control, then you have to learn to let them go. Just let them go. This is not within my gift to be worried about those things. So that's number 6. Number 7, something which will help you with taking control is to learn to meditate. It is a hot topic right now, but really it is important. If you can't go outside, then this is an opportunity for you to go inside and to look at yourself. There are two words in self-isolation, and most people are fixated on the isolation part and they're not thinking about the self. So there's no point, I feel, of thinking about I want to be the best, I am the best version of myself, unless you go in and test what is that best version of yourself. So in the course of meditation, find a place, a corner in your flat, apartment or house, and just learn to breathe. Now, when you learn to breathe, take deep breaths into your lungs, you're instructing your system that all is well, that you are calm, and you will calm down. You're also going to release good hormones like serotonin into your system. So learn to meditate. If you find meditation too much like hard work, then just breathing deeply will help you on that path. So next number is find someone to talk to. Find someone to share your concerns with. It is said that a problem shared is a problem halved, and there is evidence to suggest that if you can talk to somebody, a professional or a friend, then you are 50% likely to feel less worried, less concerned. So spend some time talking to somebody about your concerns. Number 9. Now this one's going to sound a little bit strange, but it's super important. Spend some time to show gratitude. Now you might be thinking, there is nothing to be grateful for right now. I'm self-isolating. I'm in lockdown. I can't see my friends and my family. I'm concerned about my future, and I'm maybe facing financial ruin. And yes to all of that, but can you find something that you are grateful for? It might be when you're on your walks, you look to the sky and you are grateful because it's a sunny day. It might be that you're grateful to be alive. Let's face it, some people did not make it today, and some people may not make it tomorrow. So you have to show gratitude, and what this does is it raises your vibrations. It makes you feel just good to be alive, and again that will release those feel-good hormones in your system. And lastly, number 10. Number 10 is go easy on yourself. None of us have been in this position before. We do not know what the future will bring. So, if you don't feel like exercising one day, or you feel like eating the whole packet of biscuits one day, or whatever you feel like doing, then do it. Remember the 80-20 rule. This is not a race. This is not a competition. This is just about you coming out of this crisis with your physical self intact, but most importantly, your mental health intact. So, I wish you good health. Stay safe. Until next time.